Welcome to the May 5th episode of Top Echelon TV. I'm Mark Demery.
And I'm Todd Bossler.
Todd, last week you kind of threw out a teaser at the end of our episode of Top Echelon TV. You said, hey, join us next week, and I'm going to talk to you or tell you something very special about websites coming up.
You ready?
I'm ready. What is it?
Well, we've just released, or we're in the process of releasing, our Hiring Hook product. Basically, Hiring Hook is the websites that we've always had, these job posted engine, the ability for you to post your jobs to your own website. It's always been tied to one of our products. Well, we've just kind of opened it up, and we've given those sites the ability to be a standalone job board.
Which is key. For years, recruiters have said, you know, I love your products, but right now, when you get a website through us, it ties directly into the Big Biller recruiting package.
It's your only option.
And that's your conduit to get information off of your website. But what you're saying with the new Hiring Hook, it's really a website plugin that could be standalone on your website, that it will post your jobs right to your website.
It'll allow candidates to see those jobs, nominate for their jobs, give you their resume and all the information you need on a candidate. So standalone, as well as still ties into our other products such as Big Biller.
Now,
and Top
can a
Echelon.
candidate put his resume or fill out fields? Could you have almost like a profile on Hiring Hook?
The brand new Hiring Hook gives the candidate the ability to upload their resume. It fills in information based on their resume, and they fill out the rest of the profile, which you decide what fields are listed there. It's really a very big rewrite of a very powerful product in our website.
But if you still want it, it could still tie directly into the Big Biller recruiting software.
You bet.
If not, you just pull those candidates right off of your interface in Hiring Hook.
To email, they can be emailed to you. You can download them right off the website. Either way.
Yeah. See, that is exciting. And you know, of course, you've been developing websites for 12, 13 years now, and I know for a fact that you've created and developed over 500 recruiting-specific websites.
Yes, sir.
What specifically are some add-on features that you can add on to your Hiring Hook piece that's going to go onto your website? What are some add-on features that recruiters are really excited about today?
Well, of course, the essential is that Hiring Hook piece, that ability to have those jobs on your recruiting website. That's key. But what we found over time is services, the internet is evolving, and services around the internet include things like social media, include things like blogging, include items that sort of encompass the ability for your visitors to interact with you, and therefore you to push data and information to them, which then allow some key things to happen.
Well, really what you're describing is you're creating some type of stickiness on their website that allows, you know, a candidate comes to a recruiter's website, they have to have a reason to come back. Right? So those jobs are one reason for them to come back, because you'll keep on pushing jobs and you'll have changing jobs out there. And you said something about blogging, which seems to be very popular, and I know you've added on some blogs to recruiters' websites lately.
Right.
Why are blogs so popular right now?
Well, not only do you have the ability to set forth your knowledge on whether it's your industry or the business in general, or how to do an interview well, you can give that information to candidates. But so there's that informational piece. But the side benefit of that is the search engines really like to see ever-changing data on websites. And when they see a website that's updated very frequently, they begin to come back and visit you more and update their indexes, which will help your ranking.
And which you can do in a blog. You can really go on a blog daily and update blog on good information, right?
I hope you can do that. That's a tough task. Blogging daily is really tough, but if you could at least do it weekly, maybe even monthly, obviously the more often the better, but realistically you've got to remember you've got a business to uphold, you got those placements and calls to make, but the more the better. But the beautiful thing is, Mark, they don't have to call Geek Todd to do that. They don't have to call a developer to upload an FTP and all this crazy stuff. They log in to an add-on that we build and create for them. Log in, enter a couple of paragraphs on what's going on in their industry or an interview tip or whatever, hit submit, and it's live on their site instantaneously.
So then when the search engines come and index and crawl on their site, all that new information, which, like you just said, search engines like.
Gives you a plus on the search engine ranking.
So when candidates or clients, hiring authorities are doing searches trying to find recruiters who work in this space, let's say electrical engineering in Ohio, that content on your site will give you a much higher probability of being found by those people searching.
Because your site contains those words, you look like an expert. Google and Bing and the like refer that visitor to you.
Of course, that's another service, right? You have expertise in that. You're kind of like the resident geek, and you've been doing this for a long time. So not only can you have a hiring hook piece into your website, which will kind of transform that website into maybe an online brochure to this employment center, right, with changing content, but you're also recommending put a blog on there, have changing content.
Make sure you're linking to the social medias accounts that you probably should have set up. If you don't already, you'll be looking at that.
Yeah, well, that's great information. Thanks for joining me again
You bet.
this week. And I think we'll continue this. Next week, we'll probably delve more into driving traffic to your website with other tools that we can offer or add on through Hiring Hook as well.
You bet.
Well, this ends it for this episode of Top Echelon TV. I'm Mark Demery.
And I'm Todd Bossler.
Have a great week.